We are going to turn a square cake to a rectangular shirt cake for a doctor. Welcome back, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'm trimming out my already baked cake. I have a layer of vanilla, red velvet, and chocolate. I want to turn this cake to a shirt cake, so I'm simply going to merge this up now with buttercream and trim it out to be covered. Watch to the end and you're going to really be amazed at what we're going to create. So at this point, I'm just going to trim. I'm trimming to have the sides equal, so when I crumb coat, it's going to come out straight and our cake will come out neat. I'm using the crumbs now, having them into my buttercream, and I'm going to have my crumb coat on my cake. I'm applying this all through the sides, one side at a time, and when I'm done, I'll go to the top and make sure it's light but well covered for my fondant to stick to. I'm measuring now to have the side measurements, and I have my first batch of fondant. I'm covering this using the paneling method. The paneling method, I'm going to be covering it side by side, one side at a time. We have one side and I'm sticking the next side with water, and I'm going to work on this, and I'm doing this all through the four sides of the cake. I'm simply going to work with my smoothers all through to have it the very smooth finish, and so it comes out looking clean as usual. And we're going to wrap it. So you could see I'm using my both smoothers to blend the edges. I always take my time on my cakes so it comes out just the way it is, and we don't actually have to disappoint our clients. I'm very keen to details, and I try to deliver a very clean and beautiful job. And for the next side, I still roll down my fondant after taking out the measurements. I'm applying water to have the top attached to it. I'm still going on my smoothers. The smoothers are very important for covering a fondant cake. It can never be overemphasized. And you can see how it's coming up together. We actually have classes on how to cover your cakes. There are physical and online classes available. I'm actually open to sharing knowledge with you all, and from the videos you could learn lots of tips too. And the inside is actually a purple shirt, so I have my fondant rolled out, and that's my collar. This is my tie. It's going in under the collar. I'm creating this piece one bit at a time, and I want the shirt to have a knot, the knot of my tie. That's it I'm working on. Next, I'm having my stripes. I want my collar, I don't want it so plain. The client actually asked for this combination, sent a sample of what they wanted, and they were actually wild with the end result. So join me as we work on this together. So I have each tin lead and rolled fondant. I have each stripe going in one at a time to have the design of the cake. I'm simply sticking, I always just stick my fondant to fondant with water. Yeah, just clean water. I use my brush to apply the water, and the next go in one after the other, and so. And you can see how this is coming up. I'm quite impressed, so I'm going to finish up. That's actually the last piece. I actually have a few excess of the stripes. I'm just going to trim this out using my scissors, my kitchen scissors, just so I don't have the extra coming out. Yeah, so feel free to take your time, enjoy this video. You could actually try to replicate this design and show it to us. Let's see what you created, if you got this right. Yeah, so for the shirt, I want a jacket. For the color of the neck, is going to come out looking like he wore a shirt in his doctor attire. Yeah, so I'm using my stitch now. I'm cutting this out, and I'll have my embosser to give it a lifelike effect of something that was sewn. So simply roll this and try to trim out the shape to have it look very realistic before taking it to the main cake. So you actually have to take your time if you want a good cake. A good cake takes time to have all details on point, and quality cakes come after so much effort, and we do all of this with love. This is actually what I love doing, so I give my all to this. You can see how the result is coming out as I'm using the embosser, the effects on the front end. I actually tried having my camera closer so you'd see this. Yeah, so now I'm taking this to my main cake to stick it on. So the purple is actually like the shirt he wore inside of this. Yeah, so I'll do a little adjustment on this steel to have it look perfect and sits so well. Yeah, so my tie is actually coming out. Or trim a little so it's well tucked in, and you see the adjustments. I actually always take a step back, look at my cake, and know what to take in, what to take out, so everything sits just how I planned and we have a good result. I'm checking still, making the adjustments, trying to see how this comes out. Yeah, I think okay with this. So I'm actually going to stick it now using my water. Actually, I didn't have that in the first place, so I still want this coming out. I just rolled out a piece of white fondant. Still having my embosser run through to give the stitch effect on it, and this is like a shirt, so I want the stitch effect, and I'll have my buttons on it to give it more realistic view. And I'm having this go to my cake, and you make adjustment. You don't want your rough ends coming out, you want your job coming out so much perfect. Yeah, so all the little details actually count, so you actually take your time. You don't do this hastily to get your good result. I'm still working on this, having my detail one at a time, and I'm quite pleased with the results. Thank you for joining us all through the process. I'm not done actually. I'm back trying to sort out a whole lot of fondant pieces on my work table and having to decorate the stethoscope. And I'm doing this in batches. I'll actually merge it up. I'm using my smooth hands to have the roll smooth. You could actually use your hand, but it will have some folds. So after having that together, I'll move it to the cake, just a test to see if this sits well before I actually stick it to my cake. I'll always advise you do the check. And now I'm going to attach the name tag. We're doing this for a wonderful man, a great man who has lived an impactful life. The cake was for Dr. Kohu. And I'm not done. I would like to create a thermometer. So I'm having my little bit of fondant, one piece at a time, trying to have it look realistic to an extent. So you actually take your time having all these pieces together. It takes lots of hours of love creating all of these beautiful yummy memories. You're not just going to eat a cake, but you're eating a cake that represents what you do, your impact to the society. So actually take time doing all of this, because you actually deserve the very best with us. And having this done by the side, I'm having my injection done too. We're working on having all the little details to show more on the career. And I'm moving over all of this piece now to the cake, having my buttons on to the shirt, my injection there. I like the mouth of this syringe. Yes, I wrote out for the write-up, is this a 65th birthday? Happy 65th birthday, Grandpa. We wish you long life and happiness.